What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Scunthorpe United Football Manager career mode, where we will be taking Scunthorpe United from non-league all the way up to the very top of the footballing pyramid. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like down below. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, make sure you guys go check that one out. This episode's going to be much longer. We're going to get through like 5-6 games, I believe. First episode was short, just to show you guys around, and for myself to get a feel around the game as well, to see how things work, and set up. First episode was just to see how things go, and to set up the tactics and all that stuff. I am playing on the console version, you guys probably can tell, but I am using a mouse, so I can alter between joysticks and, using a mouse, but that doesn't really matter. Here we get an email in our inbox. We're going to be making our debut, in this first league, game. The board do want us to win, so yeah, it's not going to be an easy one for us. So we're gonna have to, push, and we're gonna have to win the league. So unless we don't want to get fired, we're gonna have to, try and just, gain automatic promotion right there, as it says. But yeah, with no transfer budget and no wage budget, we cannot really spend any, not much more money. We can spend like a little bit, sign players on a free, but they're gonna have to be like really low contracts and all that stuff. But yeah, but Butterfield is considering his options at the club. He hasn't made his decision yet. But he needs time to think about his future. So Butterfield, he's a great midfielder. I think he's 33-year-old. But we really do need him to stay because he's such a great player for us. And as you guys can see, we're going to be playing at 3 p.m. against Tamworth, away from home for the first game. We're going to line up like this: Smith from the left, Elliot down the middle, and you guys can see the rest of the team. The defense probably does need the most help. The midfield is probably the strongest area, but definitely we will need to upgrade our defense as well. But yeah, we're gonna get into the first match, and hopefully we can get a good victory over Tamworth. But it's going to be very interesting. I'm kind of nervous as well going into the first match. Tamworth also are a very good team. Tamworth, I don't know how to pronounce it, but who are currently first in the National League North, and Scunthorpe in real life this is, and Scunthorpe are third. Only 1 point the difference between the two teams, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting one and see how it goes. But the first half was very quiet. We had no highlights at all. So yeah, but there was no highlights, no nothing. Here's a new thing where you gotta select reaction, and based on how how you think your team's performing, and obviously a few players could take it personally and could get pretty angry, or could get motivated, as you guys can see there. So yeah, I chose that we weren't playing the best, so we're not pleased. We're a little bit disappointed in our performances. So yeah, as you can see there, that a few players are motivated to do much better, and hopefully can make an improvement in this second half. But yeah, we're gonna go into the second half. We're gonna hit this button here where you demand more from your team, the shouts button from the touchline where you shout at your team. I'm going to be using that a lot. I don't know if that helps a bunch, or it doesn't really help too much. But we get our first highlight here. Obviously we're going in for an attack, but a very, very poor pass from, I didn't see who that was, but it was a very, very poor pass. We do collect the ball in midfield. Smith on the wing tries to get it into Danny Elliott, but unfortunately cannot, get a shot on target. That's the real truth. We've had 5 shots, none on target, as you guys can see. We have been dominating the possession and all that jazz, but we just haven't been, playing up to standard for now. But we're 72 minutes in. I was gonna make a substitution, but we'll have to see after this highlight how it goes. It will be a free kick in the direction of Tamworth. But yeah, fortunately enough, it was a very great save from our goalkeeper. Don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he's a great goalkeeper for us. So yeah, 72 minutes in, we're gonna make a few changes. Hopefully those can. Hopefully we can make a few changes soon. Here we go. We're actually gonna put Danny Elliott. I'll just call him Elliott out. For Whitehall, quite an interesting name there. But also gonna bring in this man here. I don't really know where his best position is. It's probably out on the wing. 2-star rating on the wing. So, Sembe Ferris is going to go onto the right wing position to, give us a bit of fresh legs up top. And the main man here, Boyce, can, just remain on the bench for now. Those are the 2 substitutions that we are going to make. But Boyce is going to come on for Ogle in the right back position. So it just gave us a recommended substitution, and we're gonna take it. So yeah, hopefully with those few substitutions we can make a little bit of an impact. But we've got our next highlight here. Hopefully we can see something here. But great passing play, the tiki-taka that I did set up, and we do manage to get a very good chance, and the striker Whitehall absolutely shanks it wide of the post. Should have been 1-0, and that was a great team, display of how we want to set up this season. And he absolutely puts it wide of the post. So that should have been 1-0. As you guys just saw there, our expected goals is 1.7. So we definitely do deserve to be 1-0 up against Tamworth, but the scoreline doesn't reflect it, and it does stay 0-0. But we do have another highlight here. Obviously, we're going to go into attack with Smith, who's one of our better players. But yeah, another horrible pass from Butler in that midfield position. Not sure who's going for an ambitious pass, but don't want to try anything fancy or anything, because we do need to get this goal before the match ends. And another great chance for Whitehall, but denied by the keeper. It was offside anyway, so it didn't really matter too much. So yeah, but the game would end 0-0 draw against Tamworth. So I'm not too unhappy about that one, because Tamworth are also very likely to be title contenders in the National North Division. So yeah, as you guys can see on screen right there, we've had 62% possession, 2.11 XG, so expected goals. But yeah, a little bit disappointed in the finishing of Whitehall. So maybe if we would have had left Elliott on, that would have been a different story, but you would never know, as the game would finish 0-0. And it's not the worst result ever, but it's not the best, obviously. But yeah, Maximum Coogan, obviously best player. He had 89% pass ratio. So yeah, he's very good in distributing the ball. But yeah, so few emails here. Again, Coogan shines even as Scunthorpe failed to win. So that's the moral of the story. But yeah, we do go in the first game in, and we do get that 0-0 draw. But I just did want to have a quick look here about the training plan here. I do want to set it up myself. Obviously, I'm gonna alter it. Maybe if we've got like a big game coming up, as you guys can see, big matches at the bottom, improve big matches. And we can always change things up if we need to work on our defense more. If we've just came off the back of a maybe 3-0 defeat, we might have to improve our attacking. But for now, we're gonna go technical, which is gonna improve a lot of things like finishing, possession, and stuff like that. So yeah, but so far we get an email that we have sold 1,400 season tickets so far. So yeah, very, very good. We do want to, obviously increase the population of, the fan base and, improve the club and all that, but we're going to have to do so. We're going to have to get promoted, and the board aren't backing us too much because they do want us to get promoted with basically just the team that we have right now. Not really signing too many players, but we're going to have to try and make a few free agent signings. I think we can only manage to get one free agent signing, which will be Williams, as you guys can see. But yeah, we do get a scout report, and we also get team of the week. Two of our players are in it, goalkeeper and Coogan. But yeah, Fitzsimons, I believe how you pronounce his name. But yeah, we do have a few players out injured already. All of them a minimum of 2 months injured. And Carl Roberts and Mitchell Clunan, Jason Law, and someone else. I didn't really see his name, but yeah. Offer for Williams will have to be improved, as Yeovil, Boston, and Castle United are also he's very interesting in joining. So hopefully we can get this man over the line, but it's gonna have to be a very very interesting, and see if he accepts our negotiation contract offer. Obviously, he would want a bit of money. I believe Castle United are a League 2 team, or they're just like the National League. So maybe he wants to, go for a better team, but we are still here, giving him still a good wage and signing on bonus and all that. But yeah, we're gonna have to give him a very, very good wage. And yeah, he does come in and he will accept the offer. He is interested in joining us. He also has rejected the likes of Shrewsbury Town, Salford, Stevenage, Yeovil Town, and 5 other teams. So he's turned down 7 or 8 teams there, and he's coming to us and saying, with the good wage comes in a good player. Hopefully he can be a star player for us, not just coming in at £950 per week just to stuff around and just use us for the money. We really do want to get a good grip into the league, and not concede too many goals, as he is a 3-star centre back. So he does have the potential of being a good Sky Bet League 1 player. So he can play at the level of League 1, and he's all the way down at National League North. So definitely a great player to have in there that can improve our team, definitely in the defensive abilities. But yeah, the fan reaction is very happy to have signed such a good player, and the fan base is around and supportive, which is very good to see that we've got a positive reaction to signing Williams. But I believe it's not over the line just yet. Oh no, it is here. We do get what's called sort of chat from Dan Graham asking us how we feel to bring in such a good centre back defender. And yeah, we are feeling pretty good. And it couldn't have came in a better timing, as Maxim Coogan, who's such a great player, had an outstanding first game against Tamworth. Gets injured in training. Who's going to be out for a minimum of 10 days to 13 days, so about 2 weeks out for Coogan, which is unfortunate because he had such a great game. So we're going to have to go into this second game here against Peterborough, can't pronounce it, but Peterborough Sport. Obviously a good team as well, who are looking to also get promoted. But not every team can get promoted, because we are one of the teams that have to get automatic promotion, and that's just not happening for us right now. But we're going to go into this game, first home game of the season, so we'll have to see how this one would pan out. But it's definitely not going to be an easy one to play against Peterborough Sport. So yeah, it's not going to be an easy one. Hopefully we can secure all 3 points. Hopefully we can get our first win of the season. But first highlight comes in 20 minutes in or so. Great build-up play, bit of dribbling there from Smith, to get around a few players, and he does do very well, and it was a cracker goal. The switch over to the left-hand side, and Smith did the rest of the work to take on a few players and get past the keeper. It was a very fine finish from Smith. He had time and space, so he said why not, and took on the shot himself. So not gonna complain with him. Getting us the first goal, taking us 1-0 up very early on. But yeah, the second highlight coming in very shortly after. Smith on this left-hand side does get fouled inside the box, and it's going to be a penalty to Scunthorpe United. And coming down that left-hand side again, Smith doing a lot of the work, scoring the first goal and making the second goal as well. So Danny Elliott put the ball in the back of the net with a great fine penalty, and goal apiece, just under half an hour in, 2-0 up and looking pretty comfortable going towards the second half. But we're not going towards the second half yet, as we have another highlight here. Shrimpton plays it to Butterfield. The passing play is very good. What I'd like to see, the tiki-taka triangles, and Butterfield almost scored an outrageous screamer. He was considering his options, maybe to decide to leave in the transfer window, but almost scores an absolute worldie from out about 20 yards out. So yeah, very exciting news to see us go 2-0 up and just bossing this game as it is. And just a few minutes later, in the 33rd minute, approaching the 33rd minute, we get fouled again on the opposite side of the box, and it's going to be another penalty. And very, very, excited to see Connor Smith step up to get his second. He deserves the second. He's been such a great player in this game, and slots it in the bottom right corner, makes it 3-0. His second goal of the season. So yeah, very, very fine performance from the team right now, looking very, very sharp. And, despite getting the 0-0 draw against Tamworth, we are absolutely crushing Peterborough in this game right here. So, yeah. But approaching the second half, Peterborough do get very close to scoring and making it 3-1, but we're in total control in this game. Towards the second half towards the back end of the first half, Peterborough were looking like a bit more of a dangerous side, and they showed that in scoring an absolute worldie from outside the box, making it 3-1. But yeah, obviously it was a great strike. It was the first time strike into that top corner. We couldn't really do anything about that. That was just too good of a strike. So yeah, that's going to be the first half ended, and going into the second half. But yeah, first half I'm quite pleased. 3-1, 2 penalties scored, one from Elliott and one from Smith himself, who's had an absolute great performance so far. Everybody in the team has had a positive reaction to, my team talk. So yeah, hopefully we can, go ahead and, see this game out and see the final half of football out against Peterborough. So, to get the first 3 points will be massive. And obviously we're 20 minutes into this episode already, and not even halfway through it yet. So we've still got a long old way to go. But we've been given another penalty, and it's gonna be, not really sure what that one was for, but it's gonna be Smith to step up and score his hat-trick on his home debut. But yeah, very, very solid performance from him, and definitely by far our best player. But yeah, we're currently sitting third position with the 4-1 lead. Hopefully we can keep this lead together, and hopefully we don't concede as we do right now, making it 4-2. Pretty lackluster defending. It's not really what you want to see defensively, but from a throw-in 1-2, and it was a great low ball cross, and keeper could not do anything about that one. It was just too good of a shot, realistically. But hopefully we can try and see if we can, see this game out without conceding too many. But 4-2 is quite a comfortable scoreline, but they almost made it 4-3 shortly after. But hopefully we can just hold on. But as you guys can see, the stats there, we're expected goals 2.73 as well. We've been dominating this game at home, to be honest. But as it makes its way to the 76th minute, mark, we are going to make a few substitutions. Sembi Ferris is going to come on that left-hand side, and Boyce is also going to come on in that centre-back position. We're also going to bring on one more substitution if he can play anywhere. Great. Evans, I'm going to bring on in that centre-back position as well. So we'll keep the front line, just change Sembi for Smith, because he's already scored his hat-trick. And, that was the end of the game. That was going to be, it was a very good start to the season, still unbeaten. For a draw in our first match, and now a victory in the second, making it 4-2. But, we 76% possession to 24, so you can really tell who the dominant team was in this game. But all round the team did very, very well, so I'm quite very delighted with the team's performance. So yeah, hopefully the board is also happy with our performances as well. A draw and then a win against Peterborough. But right now with 2 games played, we are sitting in 3rd place with 4 points. So only 2 teams remain, with 2 wins from the first 2 games. So that could always change with us going into the 3rd game here. But, reading the inboxes, really, really happy to see, reaction of the fans and the media. Connor Smith was definitely the man of the match, 8.9 rating with a hat-trick, and, steering us right into the direction of winning. But yeah, you do get lucky sometimes like that in the game of football, as we did get 3 penalties, but, obviously our defence could do some work, conceding 2. It's not too much, but, obviously without those 3 penalties, the story could have been much, much different. But, yeah, obviously we're always going to take a penalty if it's there up for grabs, and, we're going to rotate the penalty takers, but it's mainly going to be Elliott when he's on and Smith when he's on. But, of course, if someone's already, on a hat-trick, we'll give him another chance to get the hat-trick sealed. But we're coming up against another tough team. We're going to give Whitehall a chance very soon, very shortly. We're not going to give him a chance just yet due to Danny Elliott with a great performance, and Whitehall with, not last match, but the match before, missing an absolute sitter in front of goal to make it 1-0. Could have definitely made it 1-0, but, unfortunately it didn't go that way, and we're going to go in against a very different style team. It's going to be very difficult, but our 3rd game of this episode against Darlington, who are also unbeaten so far with a draw and a win. So another home game up against Darlington. So we'll see how this one pans out, and hopefully we can, create some great chances and, get another win under our way. See how long we can remain unbeaten. Hopefully it can last a fair few matches, but, we couldn't really ask for a better start, as we do go 1-0 up, and it was a very quick counter-attack there. We got it off the corner, and it was a great pass to Smith, and, he took the play out wide, and then Elliott was there, the goal poacher. It was a great low cross, and, great, just simple goal, and simple goal to get into the back of the net. So simple finish as well. We do take the lead early on, and then 15 minutes in, the game was really even. Darlington also looking for a very big chance to get themselves into another match, another game to be undefeated, but so far we're looking like the better team, and it definitely has benefited us because Danny Elliott gets his brace within 15 minutes into this game. Sorry. Very great tiki-taka passes into the middle, first time pass to Danny Elliott, and the man can finish. He's great finishing. So no complaints about that man there, who bagged himself 2 goals in the first 20 minutes of this contest here. But we will look for getting himself a hat trick, but it's not all about just one player, it's about the team. But obviously if a player's on a brace, and you would like to boost their confidence by giving them another goal to steal their hat-trick, and then maybe in the second half get subbed off and give other players a chance. But Butler with an amazing shot, which almost went and ended up in the back of the net. This man right here has very good long shots. I can tell he's gotten 2 long shots, but both of them just edged out by keeper. We had a great chance to make it 3-0, just like in the Portsmouth game. No, Portsmouth game. But the first half would end at 2-0, very comfortable 2-0. Again, dominating possession, expected goals, the shots. Darlington not even having a shot on target, but 74% possession. So definitely being the boss of this game here, and very pleased with this performance in the first half. If we can just do that again, it will be an absolute. It'll be very good to go ahead and give another performance like that. So if we could go into this second half and give another 10 out of 10 performance, obviously that would probably be a 3-4-0 win, even more goals, but to keep the clean sheet will be massive. I don't know if we can, because not many teams do keep many clean sheets in these lower divisions, as they're very high scores, usually around like 3-1, 4-2, 5-2 or some scores get like that. But Elliot could have made it himself a hat-trick in this second half, because unfortunately he gets denied by the post, but had a great chance to make it to 3-0 our way. So in this second half, Darlington did try and get back into it, and they did get back into it, but 69 minutes in, we tried to go for an ambitious ball, but first it got intercepted, and Denton, the centre back, just was probably our weakest link at the moment, down in defence. Sort of misplaced his header, or I don't know if he was trying to header it back, but caused in an error, and making it 2-1, taking our clean sheet away. But it's gonna be 2-1 with a few minutes, about 15 minutes or so to go in the remainder of this game. But we're gonna make a few substitutes now. Whitehall to come on. Maybe he can make an impact. Last time he came on, he missed the sitter. Maybe he can prove himself again, and maybe he can sort of show if he's worth giving a try up into the striking position in the front line. But we're gonna make a few other substitutions, and hopefully we can see what is going on as well in the remainder of this match, because it is in the 87th minute. So hopefully we can see this game out. It's going to be a 4-minute out at a time, and we are going to be able to see this game out as it finishes 2-1. So 2 wins in a row, fairly comfortable. 77% possession to 23. So we are a team that likes to keep possession. Have quite a few shots on target as well. So keeping another undefeated streak going, and ruining another team's day. But 2 home games in a row and 2 wins in a row. So couldn't ask for much better of a start, but we could actually ask for a better start. Not to draw against Tamworth, but we're still undefeated, and we're up there in the league table. So very, very exciting times to be a Scunthorpe supporter. And we currently sit in that first place, even though it's only been 3 games. I love that. I love to see us in the first place, but I really do want to see us there at the end of the season. The board want to see us there as well. So hopefully we can stay there, and give us a bit more breathing room as the season goes on. Obviously very, very tight. You can't really tell who's going to finish where with only 3 games in, but you'll sort of get an idea when we get around 10 to 15 games in. I do believe you have to play, 46 games in these leagues. So when you get around the 15 matches mark, you'll sort of see where the season does pan out. But obviously that will all depend on the injuries, suspensions and transfers and all that jazz. But the data hub is where I get an email here, but it tells us about tracking stats about players and other teams. So very, very useful product, let's just say, to use against other teams and to use in our advantage. But Maximum Coogan is back and capable to play the next match, but we'll see how we go if he's going to start or not, because he will be lacking a little bit of fitness and a little bit of sharpness as well against this game against Rush Hall as well. So it's going to be first versus 17th, so it's going to be a very interesting game. Hopefully we're going to stick with the same lineup. Hopefully we can take all 3 points away, and snatch all 3 points as we do enter the 4th game of the episode. I know this is going to be a long one, but it's going to be an interesting one as well. So hopefully we can extend our unbeaten run. Rush Hall also have an unbeaten run. They've got 3 draws, still yet to lose a game. Both teams remain undefeated. But yeah, very excited to get this game underway, as we are sitting quite pretty at the first place. So yeah, very excited to see how this game would go. But yeah, straight away with kickoff, we do have a highlight. Rushworth trying to get on the end of that one very, very quickly, but it doesn't work out for them. But we do have the ball and we do have possession now. Almost managed to make something out of that little passage of play there, but we still might have a chance to get something here. I mean, Smith putting up pressure. Yeah, winning the headers are very good, but we need to do something forward, and that's a great ball from Butterfield and Elliott. Great finish, but unfortunately it will be disallowed. It will be offside. I mean, it was great finish and great ball, but unfortunately couldn't stay onside. But Butterfield again, trying his luck from a free kick, and then just after the free kick hit the wall and straight away just flew it over the bar. So yeah, but yeah, we are having a few good chances here in the opening 5 minutes here. We've had a lot of highlights in this game so far, and it's only just started. But great play, Ogle, on that right back position, looking for those clear cut passes, and hopefully we can find one, find a good pass here. But just searching for the right pass. Smith to take on a few players on that byline. It's a great cross, the back post, but unfortunately no one could get on the end of that one. It will have to be a corner. We do have a corner now, but unfortunately it's not going to be in highlights there. We do have another one here. It's just highlight after highlight at the moment, but yeah, hopefully we can look in and get ourselves in the lead here, which we do need to get ourselves in the lead, but very, very luckily of us, Smith out wide on that left flank. The man is a machine. Takes it from the left wing, crosses it in low, and then I think it was like a little dummy from Elliott and left it for Wilson, and great tap in for a finish. We're creating those chances, and we're getting ourselves in such good positions very early on, and we're looking like a very strong team. I don't want to jinx it, but we're looking like a good team here, and we're gonna get awarded a penalty, and this time we're gonna get Elliott to take it. Very smart man. He is, great striker. He is, but left the dummy. He could have gone for it himself, the first goal, but left it because he knew there was somebody behind him to finish it, and now he deserves a goal for himself. And puts us 2-0 up. We're looking like a very strong team, so hopefully the board are impressed of this performance in this first half, and hopefully they are impressed in the first few games of this season. It's just about maintaining it now. But yeah, very pleased for the first half. But yeah, we've only got this second half to go, and hopefully, honestly, we've been absolutely crushing them. 58% possession, again, dominating possession. We've definitely been the better team in this game here. Hopefully we can show that in a great result. Still yet to keep a clean sheet. Clean sheet was almost gone for that one there. But luckily they hit the crossbar and didn't sort of ruin our chances of keeping a clean sheet. But we do have 20 minutes or so left. Let's make a few substitutions now. Denton was dropped and will be on now, but he will be coming back on for a substitution with 15 minutes or so to go. But yeah, nothing much else to say except we're just looking to see this game out, and very, very comfortable catch here, but hopefully we can send us to the top of the ladder and extend that running on form. But Sembi Ferris, great player. He is coming on in this second half and already making an impact. A great assist for the main man, but I didn't really see who scored there. Was that Smith who scored? But yeah, it was a very good run, overlapping run, and then Smith with another great finish. It's a tap in, but when you create goals like that, I mean, what a player he is. But he's definitely by far the best player on this team here. But with this game coming to a close, we're leading 3-0. Hopefully we can see the rest of this game out. But we do have a few more highlights to go through here. Whitehall sending it in, and Sembi Ferris, Dion Sembi Ferris, gets himself a goal and assist, coming on off the bench, just playing. He hasn't even played 10 minutes off the bench, and he's came on, got himself an assist, got himself a header there, great goal, and two great finishes. To be honest, all the goals in this episode have been great. Can't really deny that. But with only 2 minutes of added time left, I thought it was going to be, but almost ruined our clean sheet. And to be honest, very, very happily we take away all 3 points from Rushhall with a 4-0 win and a clean sheet. So by far our best performance this season, and we extend that running lead even further, and very happily taking another step in the right direction. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this series as well. So I'm absolutely delighted with that performance. Couldn't ask for a better one. To be honest, I'm sounding a bit like a robot now. Just saying the same things, to be honest. I don't really know what else to say, but such a great performance from all these players. Again, very tight. All these teams, Blythe, Buxton, Chester, and many other ones, still remain unbeaten, including ourselves. So very tight league ladder as it stands. But we're gonna go into another game against Cruzen Ashton, who are currently in 22nd place. Haven't had the best of start to this season, but hopefully we can see how this game pans out. But still here, the injury update with all of them still around that 2 months left till they come out of their injury. All of them, all four of those players are, I think, quite good. So yeah, despite another absolute shock, Dion Ferris, a blinder, he came on in the second half against Rush Hall and was probably the man of the match, but suffers an injury and will be out for an extended period of time. Will be out for 3 to 6 weeks. So yeah, very very frustrating to lose another player in that sort of attack area, which we do need a depth in a little bit. Don't really have anybody else in that attacking sense area to play, but we're also gonna have to maybe that's probably our next target to sign another backup winger who can play off the left, off the right. We've got Whitehall, who's capable of playing at the striker position, competing with Elliott, which I think we just do need another winger. So hopefully we might be able to set up ourselves a scout, and our scouting recruitment might be able to, get themselves and dip themselves into the transfer sort of area and see what players are suited for that role. So yeah, first half was extremely quiet. Not much happening, not much going on. Just a yellow card there towards the second half. So it did tense up a little bit towards the back end of the second half. But yeah, it will be an interesting second half. Hopefully we can, get a goal underway. And, so far we've been very, very good going forward. And I just don't want to lose that sense. But, with Danny Elliott sending it across, it gets cleared out and then sent in a second one, which also gets cleared out as far as Smith, who can play it back to Kogan, who had a blinder of a game in the first game against Tamworth, and hasn't really gotten back to himself just yet, but hopefully he can find his form again. But both teams not looking too great in this match here. Very close, 60 to 40% possession. I think it will be now time to make a few changes, and hopefully we can change things up with about 15 minutes or so to go, and we'll see how the rest of this game would pan out with a few substitutions. And if we can make a difference, it will be wonderful. But hopefully we do not lose this game here, as I am very, very paranoid because, I don't know, I just had a feeling right here that we would concede, especially because it's in the 86th minute. And what do? They go ahead and concede. They score off a corner, but it was kind of dodgy how long he took to take that corner, and the near post to flick it on past the keeper. Yeah, we're gonna manage to end this episode with 5 games played and a loss. I really wanted to extend our unbeaten run to 5 games, but we could only last around 4 games without defeat, and quite disappointed with that result there, and it's gonna have to end up in us losing and dropping all the way down. I don't actually know where we've dropped down to, but we've dropped down to 3rd place. But Blythe also are in 1st place, so it's only a 2-point gap. It's only the start of the season, so it's nothing too crazy. But hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I'm really enjoying Football Manager 24 currently, and I can't wait to record the 3rd episode. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe at the bell, and I will see you guys in the next episode, which will be a bit shorter. Make sure you yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.